Hello everyone, welcome to our channel The BaeSlay Way. If you are new to this channel, we have an ongoing placement interview experience series and we post videos every Friday or Saturday on various companies giving details about their salary package, job description, eligibility and the recruitment process. So as you already know, today's company is Jombay, and not wasting any more time, let's quickly have a look at the process.
So the profile offered by Jombay is a junior backend developer. The CTC that they are giving is 7 LPA. The eligibility criteria goes like branches eligible are CS IT. There are no specific conditions for on grades like no 60% or CGPA barrier for this company. Coming to online test, uh, the platform was Zobin platform. The duration of the test was 75 minutes. In that, there were 60 questions in 45 minutes for quant and CS related questions. CS related mean technical questions. And there were two coding questions that has to be solved in 30 minutes. Now, ones who clear this round are moved for the coding test. Now, moving on to the coding test, which is the next round after the online test. The platform is same. The duration for the test is 60 minutes, and there were two coding questions. Each has to be solved in 30 minutes. Two questions per question, 30 minutes, and was of a medium to hard difficulty. Now coming to the interview rounds, there were one technical and one HR. So both the rounds were of 60 minutes. We will discuss the process in detail with our guest today. Hey everyone, our guest for today has arrived. So let's first do a quick introduction first.
So my name is Harsh and I have recently recently placed in Jombay, and I am currently pursuing my final year in BTech Computer Science and Engineering. And some of my strengths is full stack web development and full stack app development. Over to you, Bhagyesh.
Yeah. Hi everyone. So my name is Bhagyesh Harsh. I'm natively from Gujarat, and I'm a 2021 graduate in CSE. I also got recently placed in Jombay in the first week of May, and earlier than that, I have worked in I have done an internship about 8 months in another company before that. So yeah.
So, congratulations to both of you for cracking the on-campus recruitment process for this company. I hope others too are able to crack this company with the help of all the inputs that you give today. So, we can start with discussing the first round then. That's the aptitude round.
Yeah.
So, you guys can go alternatively.
In the first round, it was an aptitude test with around 60 MCQ questions, and it was around for 45 minutes. And this was the first section of the aptitude round, and the MCQs were based on basically CS concepts like normal OOP and all the DBMS questions. And there was also a part of quant also, a bit of quant was also there. And yeah, it was fairly easy. Few of them about a medium difficulty. Yeah.
So the second part of the first round is a coding test in which there are two codes. The total time duration for the completing these codes are 30 minutes, and so for the first code, you get 15 to 20 minutes, which is I can say the moderate difficulty, and one code is of a fairly easy difficulty. So you have to complete it under 10 to 15 minutes. So plan accordingly. You have to plan accordingly for that.
Do you remember the questions that were asked for this
In the coding?
One of the question was you are given a cube, and all the faces of the cube are painted, and what you have to do is, for example, the length of the cube is L inches. Then you have to divide the sub cubes of 1 inches. So, for example, you have the length of the cube as 3. then you get 3 cube, like 27 subcubes of 1 inches, and then you have to tell as per the input how many sides of the cube is painted. For example, if the three side paint, how many subcubes are painted with the 3 sides, then all the corner edges, all the corner pieces, then how many subcubes are painted with the 2 sides, then all the edge spaces, and how many with the one side, then all the surface subcubes, and how many with the 0, then all the inner subcubes. So this is one of the questions.
And
In
you
my
said
case,
you said you had 30 minutes to solve each question, right?
Yeah, so I have completed this under the 10 minutes. So it is fairly simple. So it just take if else and all of that. So the other question was a bit lengthy, so it took around 20 minutes.
actually 30 minutes for both the questions combined, not for each.
Oh,
Okay. So in my case also, the one of the questions was same as the Harsh, like this cube question, and second was very simple. Like it was just a string manipulation. Like you have to pass the string and manipulate a bit and just give output of whatever the desired output is required. So yeah, the second one was very easy, and yeah, and the second was this one, cube one.
so do you remember the platform and the duration of the test, the whole test?
Yeah, so the platform was Zobin, and the time duration for MCQs was around 45 minutes and 30 minutes for the both the coding question combined. So it is around 45 minutes plus 30 minutes total.
Yeah. So was there any gap given in between the MCQ and the coding test?
Yeah, so it was a continuous test. 45 minutes first for MCQ and then 60 minutes for 30 minutes for both the coding questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I guess after this there was another test too. So can you brief about the other test?
So in the second test, we have a coding test for 1 hour, and for the there were 2 codes, so which we have to complete under the 1 hour. So first code was of the string operation, which I will rate as a medium difficulty, or somewhat hard, between medium or hard difficulty, and other was a simple logical code, which I will rate as a medium difficulty. So yeah, I have completed with Python, so it was fairly easy, I can say.
In my case, one of the question was based on strings only, string manipulation, and like it's completely based on string. And second one was named as dancing numbers, wherein you have to print out all the numbers in a given range, in which like adjacent digits are differed by only 1 unit. So yeah, as far as I remember, this was like this only.
Okay. And even this round was held on the same platform, right?
Yeah, on the same platform. The total
And
time was around 1 hour, 30 minutes for each question.
And what about the and on the same day itself?
No,
it was
no.
on the next day, or after 1 day gap, I guess.
Yeah, there was a gap of 1 day in between both the tests.
Okay. Also, is round one sort of an elimination round, or like where all of you given the opportunity to appear for the second round as well?
It was the elimination round. First was the elimination round.
Okay. I guess after this there was an interview call. So there were total 2 rounds, I guess. So can you describe in brief about what all happened?
No, first interview was the technical round, so in which the head of the engineering took the interview of all of us. In that we are asked, firstly we have to briefly describe about ourselves, and the technology stack we have worked on in our internships and all of that kind of thing. And after that, we are asked about the OOPS database and HTTP request and response and questions about the APIs and how post request or get request and all of that kind of thing.
So in my case, the interview was held by the like the head of engineering only, and in that question, like there were mostly all of the topics were covered, starting from OOPS concept, the basic four pillars of the OOPS, and briefly, describe it using examples. After that, DBMS questions like. He asked me few MySQL queries, like starting from the very easy ones to going deep level by level. And also there were questions about OS based on processes and threads, the comparison of both, and a bit of REST APIs. Yeah, and also he was like he was asking me about the internship experience, like what was the main technologies you have worked on in your internship. So yeah.
Networking का भी
Resume पे questions थे?
Not a lot. Like he was just asking about the brief description, like what you have done actually in your experience in internship. So not like on every thing you have written in your resume, and just a brief intro.
Okay, so HR round held just the next day after the technical round was done. So in HR round, the founder and the co-founder of the company took our HR round, and they firstly asked to introduce about yourself and basically which kind of technology stack and what kind of work you are interested in to do. Then they asked about your family background and all of that kind of stuff. And nextly, they ask about some of the psychological kind of things like what are the things you improved into your lockdown apart from the technical skills and like all of that kind of things. And some of the questions are related to why you want to join this company and what you say what are the
so the next and last round was HR round, and for HR, the founder and the co-founder were the interviewers, and they started with normal family background, like what your parents do and all that, and after that they were asking about your future expectations, like whether you want to go to masters or you will just stay here and directly start your career in corporate. So a few questions about that, and also there were there was a question regarding your past learnings, like after COVID hit, like within last 1 year, what was the major thing that you have learned, and yeah, so a question about that, your self learning.
So any one of you can brief the complete timeline of Jombay process.
The process was started around in the last week of April, and there was 1 day of gap in between the first two tests. And after that, all the rounds were in the consecutive days, like the second test, technical interview, and the HR interview. These all three were on the consecutive days, and first and the second test were around having a 1 day of gap. Yeah.
So, so the timeline, overall timeline is between the 1 week. In the 1 week, whole interview process is finished, and next week you will get the confirmation about the offer letter and all of that kind of stuff.
So,
Okay.
lastly, any tips for our juniors before applying to Jombay?
Yeah, so keep in mind like what role you are applying for, because they are very much specific about what they are offering and what you want to do. Like if your career expectations are not meeting their job profile, so yeah, take care of that. Like you properly fit in their job profile.
So what I can suggest is prepare your resume accordingly. So the role was the specific as a backend developer. So you have to prepare your resume according to the full stack developer. So you can add some of the AI and all of that kind of stuff. But you have to show that you are well experienced in all this kind of stuff, and you are ready to do this kind of work in the future.
Okay, then with that, it's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in and sharing your experience with us. Also, don't forget to like the video if you are still watching and found it helpful. Share it with your friends who might benefit from it, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We will be back next week with another exciting company. Till then, study well and bye bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.